Huge win, 4-1 for Red Star Belgrade as they faced Ferencvarosi in Belgrade. Like I said, a big time win. We were on 0 points. Now we move up to three, and now it gets very interesting because the next match is in Hungary against Ferencvarosi. So they'll be looking for a little bit of payback, but an excellent performance from the team. Exactly what we needed. I said yesterday in my preview that this is a must win, not 1 point. We need all three, and probably going to need another at least 2 wins and a draw to get past this group, because it's a very even group. Anyone could beat anyone, literally. So it's going to be very interesting heading into the final three matches of the group stage. So starting in the starting lineup, the only real surprise, maybe not so much a surprise, actually no real surprises when you consider that Milinovic was out due to injury, as well as Bukhari. The Bukhari news broke a few hours actually when I woke up in the morning, so around 8 a.m. Local time here in Toronto, that Bukhari was not going to feature. Milojevic had said in the press conference that he thought that he was going to be able to go, but he couldn't. Obviously, the injury has kept him out now, and just hopefully this isn't something long-term for either of them, because we need both guys, and they just bring something different to the club, and something that the club is missing at times on the pitch. In the first pretty much 20 minutes, it was more of like a feeling out match. So I feel like Ferencvarosi just wanted to see what Red Star can do, attacking, going forward, and trying to create. And Red Star kind of did the same thing when Ferencvarosi attacked as well. So in the 20 minutes, I don't want to say it was boring football, but it was just kind of like a feeling out process. Both teams had half chances that they could have scored. Goblic had an excellent block on I can't remember who the player was from Ferencvarosi who had the shot, but it was an excellent block from him. And then Red Star had, like I said, two half chances. Now, if we fast forward to the 27th minute, which was the penalty for Red Star, personally, I think it was a little bit soft. Hadn't really seen anything like that given. Wingo had his hand basically on, I believe it was Ivanic's arm, and Ivanic headed the ball onto Wingo's arm, and it was given as a penalty. I mean, I'll take it at this point, but I think it's very soft. I can't remember the last time I've seen a penalty given like that. And of course, if it came against Red Star, I'd be pretty mad. Again, very soft. Kanga slaughtered it, top corner. First, I thought he actually missed the entire net, but he did very well to score it. And again, very soft penalty. The issue is every referee feels like they have a different criteria for what a penalty is and isn't. And that's something that, kind of just keeps reoccurring. And that's why we see some bad penalties and some questionable and things like that going forward. And I don't think that's going to be corrected, because once again, every referee feels like they have their own criteria for what a penalty really is. 34th minute, so a few minutes after that, Dragovic, a wide open header that he placed over the net. So he kind of headed it into the ground and over the net. He had to bury that one. That was the 34th minute. And in the 35th, Mitrovic scored his goal. Good for him. Serbian international who had the option of representing Canada chose Serbia. So a quick throw in. Pešić gets him the ball, very calm and composed, probably 5 yards away from the goalkeeper, kind of got the defender off his back and just slaughtered it into the right-hand corner. So excellent for him going forward. He got the start today instead of Bukhari, which was the right decision. And I actually had Mitrovic starting ahead of Bukhari, even if Bukhari was healthy, just because Mitrovic has been playing very well. And I thought Milojevic should have given him that opportunity to kind of continue that. And that was pretty much it for the first half. 50th, Kate gets on the score sheet. Great assist from Gobilic. Exactly what Kate needed. The fans were chanting his name, which is great to see after he was booed against, I think it was Monaco when we played them in Belgrade. Someone who's done so much for the club, and you end up getting booed for one match that you didn't play well. Completely don't agree with that, and I'm happy that he scored. This is his second goal in the last two matches, so hopefully this keeps him going in terms of confidence-wise. 56th minute, good stuff from Borjan on a Ferencvarosi shot that ended up going, I believe, into the corner. But it was great to see him kind of make that stop as well. And like I said, he was a bit of a question mark as well, and so was Katai. So good to see Borjan, do well there, although he didn't have too much work to do in this match. And then the 60th minute, Kanga, excellent goal from 35 yards out, left-hand side, kind of similar to the Krasnodar goal that he scored. I actually tweeted out, copy Krasnodar, paste Ferencvarosi. Just an excellent shot from him. Arguably the man of the match today. I thought he was the best player for Red Star out there. If you take out Stakin Jarakovic, who was exceptional today as well, he just keeps getting better and better, and the sky's the limit for him. So, but yeah, Kanga was excellent today. Ferencvarosi ended up getting one back in the 71st minute. I think that Pankov could have done better on the goal, and Jarakovic could have tracked his man a little bit better than what he originally had done, and it just kind of went through Borjan's legs. Would have been great to see him keep a clean sheet, plus the goal differential would have been at a +4. Instead, it's a +3, or +3 at this match, so I guess it's +1 overall. But yeah, it's a shame, but 4-1, we'll take it from here. And like I said, the next match again is Ferencvaros. Something that I really like from Milojevic, he took off Sanogo and Dragovic, who were both on yellow cards, so you don't want him picking up that second yellow card and then you're down to 10 men. I think that was great. Stankovic, I didn't think he did that very well when he was at the club. You kind of have to know the characteristic of your players and how they play on a red card, on a yellow card. Sanogo has some issues with that sometimes, and Dragovic, you just don't want to take the chances, him being a center back and being your probably best center back. You don't want to take that chance of him picking up a second yellow and them scoring another goal and whatnot. And it was good to see Nemanja Motika out there, someone who hasn't played a lot. A lot of the fans want him to get more minutes. It was great to see him out there. He got about 22 minutes out there, so that was great to see. Overall, 3 points are great. I think there's still things that need improving on this team. I think we're very slow when we go from defense to attack. Like the buildup is very slow, and it's something I've noticed in the first half. I understand that we don't have fast players, but when Bukhari's out there, it seems a lot more fluid, a lot more purpose going forward, kind of when he's out there. And I think that Mitrovic tried to do his best today in terms of having that free flowing going forward. He tried very hard, and hopefully he keeps doing that and keeps getting the minutes. But that's one segment of the game, and that's something I realize you can't really get better at with the current players that you have, just because we do have slower players, so it's very difficult for you to get faster. It's just impossible. And I believe that we're the oldest team in the Europa League, so that's another thing that you have to kind of take into consideration. Pešić didn't score, but I thought that he really worked hard today. Gobelic, I thought, was really good today as well. He had the assist to Katai, and it was his cross on the penalty that, when we ended up getting the penalty call. So a good match for him. And like I said, we're back in this 3 points. I believe another must win in Hungary in a week's time. And hopefully we could get another 3 points over there.